This video is for those of you who are taking a course in Introduction to Statistics. And so in this video, I'm going to show how to make a frequency table, and also the relative frequency, and then also the cumulative frequency. And then make a column chart in Google Sheets for quantitative data. And then the function that we're going to use is countifs. So first, to get to Google Sheets, go ahead and open the Google search right here, and then click the Google Apps icon here. And then scroll down, and then click on Google Sheets. And then, and then just click on the blank sheet right here. So here I have a set of data, GDP per capita of about 214 countries, and the data came from the World Bank National Accounts data. So for example, the first country, Afghanistan, their GDP per capita is $352.60. And then here's the rest of it, 214 countries. And so notice that the last data right here is in row F219. So the last one is in cell F219. And the first one is in cell F6. So what I want to do with this set of data is construct a what's called a frequency distribution, and then also make what's called relative frequency distribution, and then at the end make a bar chart or a column chart. And so let's go ahead and get the minimum values. So we have 214 countries, or 214 values here. So to get the minimum value, so we'll type equal, and then min, the function min, and then we want the minimum value of column F. So click on column F, and then enter. So the minimum value is $199.60. And then let's get the maximum max, and then we want the maximum of column F. So the maximum is $240,862.20. And so now let's construct the frequency distribution, and then also the relative frequency distribution. So first, I want to count how many of these values of these GDP per capita is between $0 and $10,000. So Google Sheets, it has a function that's called countif. So we want this one. We want countifs, since I have two criteria. Since we want everything greater than 0, but less than 10,000. So we want countifs. And then first we need to give it the range of the data. And the range of the data is in cells F6 to F219. So colon F219. And then comma. And then the first criteria is I want everything greater than 0. So quotation mark, greater than 0, quotation mark. And then we also want everything less than 10,000. but you have to specify the range again. So it'll be F6 to F219, and then comma, and then this time we want the criteria to be less than, and then here we want everything less, greater than or equal, and then here we want everything less than 10,000. And then enter. And it will tell us that we have 114 countries with GDP per capita between $0 and $10,000. And so this is what I just typed in. And then well, let's go ahead and put the dollar sign in front of the cell number, the cell location. So that way when we copy it, it won't be changed. And then the next cell, we want everything between 10,000 and 20,000. So this is what we're going to type in. And so we have 29 countries with GDP per capita between 10,000 and 20,000. And we just do the same thing with the rest. So number of countries with GDP per capita between 20 and 30,000 would be 19. And then between $30,000 and $40,000 it'd be $16,000. And so on. And then we know that there's a total of 214 countries. We can also check to make sure that it is 214. So I'm going to do sum. So we do get 214 countries. And then to get the relative frequency, so equal, and then this cell dividing by 214. And then we want to autofill, so it's going to autofill. So this would be the relative frequency. And then now let's get the cumulative frequency. So let's copy this cell. And then next, let's go ahead and do this cell plus this cell. And then copy, so Control C. And then Control V for pasting. And so what this says is that 53% of all countries have GDP per capita between less than $10,000. 67% of all countries have GDP per capita less than $20,000. And then almost 86% of all countries have GDP per capita less than $50,000. And so we can see that just about almost all countries have GDP per capita less than $100,000. So let's go ahead and do a bar chart or a column chart for the first, for all countries less than $100,000. So let's go ahead and highlight this and then click on the chart icon here. And once again, we want to modify the title up here for some reason. Just click on it and then modify it however we want. So let's change it to font size 24, and then text color, let's make it black, and we want it to be center. And so this is what it would look like. And so to summarize everything up, to get the frequency here, the function that we use is countifs. And so this is the function that we use, countifs. And then we have two criteria. And so the first, you have to specify the range of the data, and then input the first criteria, and then input the range of the data again, and then input the second criteria. And so that's how we make the frequency distribution table, and then make the column chart, and that's the end of it.